Sagittarius, hey, how you guys doing? It's Lisa, and I am coming in here, I'm having some coffee, and we're going to do the reading for the mid-month of December 2022. I hope everybody's alright, doing good. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoy it, you'll come back and see me again. And for those who have been here before, I really do appreciate the support, it means a lot. Alright, what do we want to tell Sagittarius for the middle of December 2022? What do they need to know for the middle of December 2022? Okay, we got the Five of Wands, the Four of Swords, oh, the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, Death, and the Magician. Well, alright, let me see what we can find out from this, and then I will pull from another deck, clarifiers, and we'll pull an oracle card at the end. Alright, let's see what we can find out. It looks like for right now, you're feeling like you're in the middle of a bunch of chaos. Or maybe in a competition. So I don't know if you're competing with somebody or with some, like you're in like a competition type of situation where, you know, it doesn't feel, it's not physical. It doesn't feel like it's physical. It's just something where you're competing or there's a lot of drama around you, there's a lot of chaos around you, and you're kind of like right in the middle of it. Because the next card comes up with Four Swords, and this is how, like, the chaos is how you feel right now. That's what you're feeling. But the Four Swords is coming up as what you actually want. I think you want this chaos to be over. And so I don't know what situation in life it is. I mean, it could just be because of the time of year, the season, and maybe things going on. Maybe maybe you're caught up in all of that. But probably not, because if that's the case, then it's not really a happy chaos. But I think you really just want to be able to rest. You want this to be done, and you don't want to have to think about it anymore. You're not looking to continue it. And I think as soon as you get whatever of the situation taken care of, you just want it to be done. You don't want to have to think about it anymore. No, this Wheel of Fortune, your fortunes are changing. Something's changing in your situation, in your life. We don't really know how it's going to change for you, because one way or the other, depending on how things went, how, you could be on the top of the wheel or you could be on the bottom. And it really just depends on how you've handled things up till this point, because it is a karmic wheel. And, what you put out there is what you get back. And so I'm not sure what this chaos is all about, but it feels like you're almost concerned. Well, you might not even know that you're concerned about it, but I think you might be thinking about a situation and you're like, you don't know how it's going to end. So maybe you've been having like a run of bad luck, and you've done all right by people, and not being selfish, so it'll flip and you'll have a change of luck. But if otherwise it could happen. I know it's an ending, so whatever the situation is coming up on an ending. But when it ends, whether you're on the top or on the bottom, it's kind of like your call as how you handled things through life as it went, when the cycle started. Now this is a situation where I don't know what you're in, like what type of atmosphere you're in, who you're around. But this is almost, you either want to beat somebody at something. You want to win no matter what. Like, it's not regardless of the consequence. However that's going to come out, you want to make sure you're on top. And that would make sense with all this chaos over here. And maybe you're hoping that whenever that finally does end, and you're done with it, you don't have to think about it again, it's not going to come up again, and that might be how you're feeling about it. But the consequences are sometimes not really even they're not worth it, because the consequence could come back on you. Then we do have this death card over here. There's change coming in. Something. Somewhere, somehow. I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's internal. I don't know if it's external. I don't know what in your life needs to change. It might be your thought process. Might be the way you handle things. It might be who you're around. Don't know. But there's going to be a change happening for you. And that's something... It's interesting because right now, with the way you're feeling right now, and this change is in the spread actually comes up in the what is not on your side. It's like this is like your conflict, because it's up to you how this change spins your wheel, basically. So however because something about the universe is almost like telling you, be careful how you do this change. Depending on how you do it, depending on what changes, depending on how it changes, it's going to depend on where your luck is going to fly. Whether it's all going to be good and, or it's not. And that's almost like, it's literally saying that. That's crazy. All right, so yeah, you just, okay. And then the outcome is the magician, very able to manifest things. Like, you do whatever you need to do, or whatever you're working for, or whatever is coming up in your life. You have the resources. You have even if it's people. Like, you have people that you can reach out to for help in whatever it is you're doing. Or you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have Google. Like, you can find what you need to find to be able to do what you're planning to do. Okay, well, let's pull some other cards and we'll see what we can find out. All right, we got 5 of staves. 5 of staves. All right, you got the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Now, I guess it's possible that this chaos or drama that you're all wrapped up in, it could be with somebody, maybe you were in a relationship, you're close, really good friends, possible partnership, in whatever sense. I feel like it's around them. And with this, the two pages, the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of bright ideas, trying to find ways to communicate and work things out as good as you can. But it's just going to matter, however you make the decisions going forward. What about this Four of Swords? Truth, with the Ace of Swords, you always got to remember that is a double-edged sword. So it can cut both ways. It's a matter, I don't know who it would affect, them or you. And that might be something that you have to be thinking about too. Because if it affects them badly, is it going to, in like the slingshot of it, affect you badly too? Got the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. And I feel like your energy is, you're confident, and you you feel like you're really independent. You feel like you can handle things. And you possibly came from a very, maybe you were in a very good place, very good position with that person, whoever that was. But I feel like that's just like, that's what, it's like all inclusive in that drama and all that chaos. And that's inclusive. So it was okay. And I feel like you would still be okay. Because I feel like that, right, you had the chaos and the drama, but you still have, your confidence, your independence, and you still have things that you are very engaged in. Maybe you have family, you have, friends. So you're good once you get past the drama. What about this Wheel of Fortune? What is this Wheel of Fortune? Let's see. Page of Cups. The Five of Wands again. And the Eight of Wands. All right, so you want it to get away. You want this end. You want the ending done. You want to be so over with this. But again, with however you handle it, I couldn't even imagine how you would handle it to make it end in your favor, because I don't know what it is. And the Page of Cups is, I think it's just trying to say, let's just try to be more kinder and, maybe more open, keep things more diplomatic, in a nicer, just having things not be so chaotic. Because when the chaos came up again. So I feel like that, again, that's your choice. It'll end, and it'll end fast. The choice has to be made. Whatever has to get done has to get done. And depending on however you handle it, is, how the needle's going to land on whether it's a good spot or not. So what about this Five of Swords? All right, you got the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like you're feeling all gung-ho about how, you want to make sure that you win and you come out on top of this. And I feel like you feel like that's what should happen. For whatever reason, it feels like you think I was the one that was wronged. I was the one that, I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to, be nice. I shouldn't have to be concerned about their situation. But I feel like that might, even though it might be hard for you to, just try to call it even Steven. Just try to call it fair. Just try to, be able to not have something come back and, smack you right back in the face. Because even if it turns out badly for them, it's very likely could come back on you. If not in, this particular situation, but a little ways down the path. Because that's what karma is. It comes back. It just comes back. You want to make sure you can get enough good stuff out there to maybe counteract any of the crazy batshit bad stuff that we all do, How about that? The Three of Cups. The Nine of Swords. And Death again. To me, it feels like this feels like you are, when if you change it's a matter of changing your concept of how you think things should go. And I feel like it's going to stress you out. It's going to bother you because I really feel like this was not your making. If there was chaos and there was all kinds of stuff going on here, this wasn't from you. You are living the result of maybe what somebody else did, but you're still kind of in the shadow of it and trying to fix things and trying to make things right. And you don't feel like they should have an easy way out of it. But I feel like it's probably going to be more of the, it's going to be more important for you to not make it worse than it needs to be. Because like, and it's saying, like, okay, yeah, you can either choose, to be teamwork and just cooperate and move on, or you could just like be all stressed out and, not feel good about it, but the change has to happen for it to end in one way or the other. If the cycle's going to end, you got to make the choice to change it, to change how it's going to end, to make it better for you, really, in the end. What's this Magician? Got the Emperor. Oops. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups. That feels like to me that possible a good outcome of this is however you choose to do it. Like whatever decision you make, however you choose to do it. And I'm not saying they should get away with everything. I'm not saying because I don't even know what the situation is. They shouldn't get away with it. But you don't need to, go below the belt and not, do things that you really don't have to do. Doesn't have to be that, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but you don't have to. If you were hurt, if you were cheated, if you were lied to, whatever it is, you don't have to like double down on that to make things horrible for them just so you could end this in your favor. Whatever it is. You want to just end it. Just end it. Be cordial. Just be nice. But no, you don't even have to be nice. You don't need the consequences of what could come about if if you're like a bad, I don't know if you ever saw Friends. I just heard a bad breaker-upper. Or was that Seinfeld? But you don't want to be that person. Oh, interesting. All right. Hold on one second. Let me see what we can find out from the moon cards. That's cool. I mean, it's not cool. I'm sorry. It's not cool, but I feel like it's a very interesting story. All right, Sagittarius, what we got here? Have faith in your dreams. Okay. And your dreams need a practical plan. All right. Well, you know what? To me, that's kind of connects. It's like, yeah, you don't have to give up on what you believe or what you want because of whatever this is. But you have to be practical about it. You have to, be logical and not, you don't have to do anything to destroy somebody else completely for wronging you in the past. Okay. All right, guys. I hope it made sense to you. I hope it resonated. If you would like to, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. It helps other people see it with the more thumbs ups as I get. But I will be seeing you in a couple weeks. And then enjoy the rest of your December, guys. All right. Oh, wait. I'm going to put the full month one here, too. I'll put it on the video, so in case you want to see if it connects somehow. All right. I'll talk to you. Bye.